In the dead of night, when the water's surface mirrors the moonlight, and the silence is broken only by the eerie creak of a boat, terror takes on a whole new meaning. This is Scarier Things, your gateway to the world where reality surpasses the darkest of nightmares. Today, we're navigating through the chilling waves of enigmatic night, a chilling encounter on Kyle's boat, dark waters, the unsettling night of the humming boat, and Canal Conundrum, the creepy pursuit in Florida's waters. Fasten your life jackets, for these tales are not for the faint-hearted. They are as real as the cold water beneath us, and they are about to pull you into their chilling depths. Are you ready to dive in? First story, Enigmatic Night, a chilling encounter on Kyle's boat. My friend Kyle possesses a 27-foot center console boat, making him the designated friend for summer boat days as none of us own one. While I lack expertise in boats, Kyle's vessel boasts a radar system that alerts us to landmasses, shallow waters, and other boats, allowing us to extend our adventures into the night. With a comfortable capacity of around 8 people, on this scorching mid-July day, Kyle took 5 of us out to the bay for a day filled with drinking. After a few hours, he navigated us to a waterfront bar restaurant where we docked, indulged in food and drinks, and relaxed for a while. Armed with plenty of spiked seltzers, and the setting being a Friday night, we returned to the middle of the lagoon after leaving the restaurant. Despite not being much of a drinker, Kyle guided the boat as we cruised with music blaring, passing by the lighthouse on the Barrier Islands. During our cruise, a conversation arose about the eerie and liminal nature of lighthouses. Kyle cut the engine, and we floated in place for a while with the music still playing. While everyone chatted, I found myself captivated by the lighthouse, looking at it repeatedly. Amidst the conversation, I heard a distant scream. Urgently, I called for the music to be cut, insisting that I heard someone scream for help. We were floating near an island between the mainland and the Barrier Islands. In the ensuing silence, the woman's cries for help became clearer. We shouted back, and she responded, claiming to be followed. Communication was challenging due to the distance, but we ascertained that she was on the island. Kyle wasted no time. He started the engine and steered us towards the island. Once close enough, we anchored the boat, and all 6 of us disembarked, scouring the island while calling out for the woman. The situation intensified when she mentioned being followed. Despite the island's size and our extensive search with flashlights, there was no sign of her on the other side. Suddenly, we heard a horrifying scream, partially muffled, prompting us to rush to that side. Running through rough terrain barefoot, my feet were soon bleeding. Upon reaching the other side, we found nothing but heard a boat motor in the distance. We called 911, reporting the incident to Bay Patrol. Despite our frantic explanation to the officers, the mysterious boat was never located, and the incident didn't make the news. Creeped out, we returned the boat to the marina, spending the rest of the night in Kyle's backyard, discussing the bizarre encounter. To this day, we remain baffled about what transpired. There were no reports of missing women, and we can't determine if it was a kidnapping or a twisted prank. The mystery lingers. Second story, Dark Waters, the unsettling night of the humming boat. This tale comes from my dad and uncle, a narrative that has circulated at numerous family gatherings, sending shivers down our spines every time. It was the 80s, and my dad and Uncle Jack, both ardent fishermen, embarked on deep-sea fishing adventures a few times a year using my uncle's colossal 72-cabin cruiser, stationed in Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Despite my disinterest in fishing, the stories of their catches, especially the obsession evident in the pictures covering my uncle's walls, have left a lasting impression. One unexpectedly cloudy night, illuminated only by the absent moon, they found themselves in the cabin playing cards after supper. A malfunction plunged them into darkness as the boat's lights succumbed to blown fuses. With little choice, they resigned to an early night, awaiting the dawn to navigate back to the shore. However, an hour later, an unsettling humming sound emanated from 20 meters on the horizon. Stepping onto the deck, my dad recalls the profound darkness, making it nearly impossible to distinguish open eyes from closed. A mysterious humming, distinct from any fish, echoed. Positioned at the stern, they peered into the darkness, revealing nothing beyond 5 meters. Rain began, compelling them back into the cabin, where they decided to rest, deeming it unsafe to navigate in pitch darkness and rain. At the crack of dawn, my uncle woke my dad, urging him onto the deck. Through thick fog, they discerned another boat nearby. Drawing closer, my uncle sounded the whistle, hoping to attract attention. The seemingly abandoned boat was tethered to theirs, and my uncle, equipped with a rope, leaped onto the vessel. Entering the unlocked cabin, he was met with a putrid stench of death, discovering a man hanging by a rope. Retreating to his boat, my uncle informed my dad, who refrained from viewing the grisly scene. They marked their coordinates, contacted the Coast Guard through the VHF radio, and within an hour, the Coast Guard arrived. Only then did my dad and uncle return to the shore. The humming sound remains an enigma, haunting my uncle, the one who confronted the grim reality. Together, they recount the most spine-chilling fisherman story I've ever heard. Third story, Canal Conundrum. The creepy pursuit in Florida's waters. Residing in a serene and private canal in the beautiful state of Florida alongside my family, we are proud owners of a few aquatic toys, a couple of jet skis, and a majestic 35-foot 2007 Proline Express, a vessel that holds a special place in my dad's heart. Our residence, the final one along the canal, provides an extra layer of seclusion with a marshy area adjacent to it. On this particular scorching day, my sister and I embarked on a jet ski adventure, navigating through the canal for approximately 15 minutes until it unveiled the expansive bay. After an exhilarating ride, we decided to pause, anchoring ourselves in the heart of the bay. However, our leisure was interrupted when an older man on a moderately sized boat approached us, attempting to strike up a conversation. Despite his seemingly friendly demeanor, the unease settled in as he extended an invitation for us to swim in his pool, an offer that felt decidedly peculiar. Politely declining and eager to escape the awkward interaction, we resumed our journey. Yet, our sense of discomfort heightened when, as we neared the intersection of canals on our way home, we noticed the same boat trailing behind us. This encounter triggered suspicion, and upon reaching our residence, the man reappeared, halting his boat in front of our dock to engage in conversation, offering compliments on our property. My sister, sensing something amiss, boldly questioned his motives, asking why he had followed us. Unsettled by the confrontation, the man promptly retreated, leaving us with lingering unease. As the night fell, an unexpected disturbance unfolded when our dog's persistent barking pierced through the quietude. Anxious and alert, both my sister and I rushed to investigate. Peering out of my bedroom window, I was taken aback as I witnessed a shadowy figure dashing across our yard, leaping into the water near the dock. Though the mysterious intruder had vanished by the time we reached the back door, we couldn't shake off the unsettling feeling that it might be the same man who had followed us earlier. Grateful for the presence of our sizable canine companion, we speculated that it may have deterred any potential break-in attempt. Despite our concern, efforts to gather evidence through the surveillance cameras of neighboring houses proved fruitless. Now, every time we set out on the boat or jet skis, a lingering sense of vigilance shadows our adventures, a constant reminder of that mysterious man and his boat.